Have you ever been alone with your thoughts and wondered, does she sometimes like seeing me figure out if you've read all the self-help books and still can't figure out how to tell if a woman likes you or is flirting with you? Don't worry, you're not the only one. In today's video, we won't bog you down with hard-to-understand rules or formulas. Instead, we'll take you on a journey through the philosophy of Stoicism, which values simplicity and clarity. You might be surprised to learn that figuring out if a woman likes you or is flirting with you doesn't have to be a tough puzzle. In the spirit of Stoicism, we'll talk about how to confidently and clearly see these signs without falling into the trap of useless speculation. Let's face the world with patience and clarity. Come with us as we reveal the 10 hidden signs behind smiles and looks to see if there's more to a woman you're interested in than meets the eye. Before we start, I'd really appreciate it if you could give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Keep reading until the end, because every point is important and could help you learn something new. Let's start with number 1. Strong eye contact. Isn't it interesting when someone looks at you for a little longer than usual? When it comes from someone who might find you attractive, intense eye contact is more than just a casual glance. It's a powerful nonverbal cue. From a stoic point of view, we are taught to observe our impressions and respond to them with reason and detachment. So let's look into this common but interesting phenomenon. Women who are interested in you will often keep their eyes on you for longer than might seem random. For example, if you're in a room full of people talking and laughing, she may still find a way to look at you. This deliberate eye contact is a subtle but powerful way for her to flirt without saying a word for Stoics. If you knew this, you could quietly understand the line and act wisely instead of reacting hastily to a few everyday situations. You're reading a book in a cozy coffee shop when you look up and see someone across the room, giving you an interesting look that draws you in. Or, at a party, you notice that she keeps looking at you with a smile despite all the noise and activity. These aren't just random events, they're signs of love and attention. Long-term eye contact has been seen as a sign of love, interest, and closeness for a long time, and in many countries. According to the Stoic philosophy, this is how people have silently communicated their feelings for a long time before they spoke. We could see this as an impression or sign of something important that requires a calm and thoughtful reaction. If you are a conservative, you could analyze this exchange calmly, taking her look as an invitation to maybe make a deeper connection. When someone gives you a long, meaningful look, they might be flirting. It's her way of showing interest, or maybe a gentle hint that she wants to get to know you better. It's important to approach these situations with the clarity and peace that Stoicism encourages, recognizing the potential for a meaningful interaction while maintaining your balance. These are perfect times for the Stoic practice of thoughtful engagement. Seeing the chance in the impression and reacting not just with your feelings, but also with well-thought-out thought number 2, mirroring your gestures. In the world of Stoicism, we're told to be aware and thoughtful in how we deal with others. Understanding the greater meanings behind simple actions is important for spotting signs of attraction. One way to do this is to look for people who act in ways that are similar to yours. Mirroring is a form of body language in which one person unconsciously copies another person's gestures, speech patterns, or attitude. This is often a sign of rapport and can greatly enhance feelings of attraction. It's a powerful way to communicate without words and, when done subtly, can show that someone likes you. Let's look at some common examples. Imagine you're at a small get-together with friends, and you notice that every time you look at her, she's already making eye contact with you, or during a conversation, she leans in every time you do, which shows that she's paying attention to your posture and interest. Have you ever fixed your hair or put on your clothes and then looked at her? I've seen her do something similar almost right away afterward, and those little nods when you nod during a conversation are all examples of mirroring. To use Stoic language, we could see this behavior as an alignment of inner attitudes shown through physical actions. It's interesting because it shows both a possible attraction and a psychological alignment. Stoicism teaches us the value of harmony in relationships, and mirroring can be a subconscious sign of this harmony. Also, research shows that the more time people spend together, the more their habits and behaviors start to match. This isn't just about physical gestures. It includes matching each other's pace and volume in conversation and even using similar vocabulary. It's a sign of becoming more compatible and comfortable with each other. Keep this in mind. Even though opposites are drawn to each other, it's often the things we have in common and the things we do together that make our relationships stronger. Pay attention to these little things. They might be telling you important things about your links and relationships that you don't even know it. If someone copies what you do the next time, it could be the start of a stronger bond or a new friendship number. 3. Countless compliments. Men love getting compliments from women. It makes them feel good about themselves. It's like a verbal pat on the back that says, "Hey, you're doing great." But there's more to it when it comes from someone who might be interested in you romantically. When a woman likes a man, one way she shows her feelings is through compliments. It's not just nice to be nice, it's strategically flirty, and yes, it works as well as it looks. If she starts complimenting you on everything from how you look to your personality, how funny you are, or how you act in some situations, that's how she flirts. She's not just being nice. She wants you to know that she likes what she sees and values who you are. If you just nailed a presentation at work and she tells you, "You really have a way with words," you know it's impressive. Or, if you're at a friend's barbecue and she says, "You have such a great way of making everyone feel at ease," you know it's impressive. These compliments aren't just casual observations, they're signs that she likes and respects you. Giving and getting compliments can be seen as a way to learn how to understand and handle our own and other people's feelings. Stoicism teaches us not to let outside praise affect us, but to enjoy it when it comes and use it wisely. It also reminds us to be aware of why compliments feel good and to respond to them with grace and fairness, understanding the meaning behind them without letting them cloud our judgment. Compliments are more than just a nice thing to say. They can lead to deeper communication and connection. When a woman compliments a man, she's not just saying nice things, she's making it clear how she feels, which can be very heartwarming and inspiring. The next time someone compliments you, really think about why they said it and what it means, whether it was just a nice moment or could lead to something more. Remember that compliments are a great way for people to show they care and connect with each other. 4. Curiosity. Have you noticed how curious someone can be when they're interested in you? It's a sign that everyone can read. It is simple to tell if you are paying attention. Women are often praised for being smart and interested. When natures are interested in someone, they really get to know them. Their curiosity is how they learn more about the person who has caught their eye. It's not just idle chatter. It's a meaningful journey driven by genuine interest. If a woman starts asking you about your background, your hopes and dreams for the future, or even your day-to-day preferences, she's not just making conversation. She's clearly interested in who you are and what makes you tick. For example, if you're just having coffee with her and she starts asking about your career goals or your hobbies, or if you're on a group outing and she asks about your family or where you grew up, these aren't random questions. They're deliberate attempts to get to know you better. If she goes a step further and asks if you're single or subtly probes to see if you have someone special in your life, that's even more of a sign that she's interested. This level of questioning is a pretty bold move in the flirting world. Playbook Stoicism, a philosophy that values wisdom and self-control, is an interesting way to look at these interactions because it teaches us to be calm and logical as we watch how we respond to these kinds of questions. Knowing why these questions make us feel the way they do can help us answer with more thought. Also, when she talks about her own likes and dislikes, she's subtly seeing if they'll work with yours. If there's something you both agree on, these hints are her way of saying, "I like you, and I'm interested in seeing where this could go." If you're in a conversation and she starts asking personal questions, stop and think about what she means. See it as a sign of genuine interest and maybe the start of something deeper. Whether you choose to open up or not, responding honestly can lead to a meaningful connection or at the very least a respectful and enjoyable one. Number 5. Laughter and smiles from a serious point of view. Understanding our emotions and how they manifest in interactions can provide profound insights into our relationships. So when a woman shows interest, her reactions, such as smiling and laughing, can be very tell. In smiling and laughter are universal signs of joy and comfort when a woman is flirting. These expressions are amplified. You might notice her smile broadening when she makes eye contact with you, a clear signal of her engagement and interest. It's fascinating to observe because these smiles and the laughter that follows aren't just social courtesies, they're genuine reactions to connection and enjoyment. For instance, think about the last time you shared a light moment with someone. If a woman is attracted to you, her smile won't just be polite. It will be radiant, often accompanied by a blush. This blushing is a natural response to excitement or adrenaline, like what one might feel when experiencing affection or attraction. It's a physical manifestation of her emotional state, an honest and unguarded reaction that Stoicism teaches us to appreciate for its being honest. Now it's important to remember that women like guys who can make them laugh. Your sense of humor could not only make her day, but it could also win her heart. Have you ever told a simple, maybe even slightly lame joke and she laughed really hard? That laughter, especially if it seems a bit more than the joke called for, is a great sign that she is interested. It means she likes being with you and finds pleasure in your interactions. Beyond just what's being said, so if you tell a joke and she laughs out loud, that's a good sign. She's telling you that she likes your humor and, by extension, your presence. To be more stoic, we could see this as a chance to respond with measured joy and appreciation for the connection being made instead of just flitting excitement. The next time you're talking to someone and you see these happy reactions, remember this. Expressions take a moment to look at and think about. Remember that according to the Stoic philosophy, every impression is a chance to practice virtue. Realizing that smiles and laughter in response to your actions could be more than just polite interactions, they could be real signs of affinity and attraction, gives you more meaning. 16th, dress to kill. If she's interested in you, you may notice that she puts a little more effort into how she looks. She may pick out an outfit that makes her feel like she's getting a perfect 10. This isn't just vanity, it's a deep part of the way men think and feel. According to science, a man can tell in less than a second if he likes a woman, and within 30 seconds if he wants to have a deeper relationship with her. Behavior explains why a woman who wants to get your attention will probably wear clothes that show off her best features. It's a dress that fits just right, or a pair of shorts and a teapot that looks flawlessly perfect. It's all in the details, like how her hair falls just right and how her clothes seem to be cut to show off her body. These are subtle but strong messages. Imagine you're at a party and the person you're talking to keeps changing their hair or clothes every time you look away. That's not a mistake. They're telling you without words that they care about how you see them. People use this type of silent communication to try to connect with each other. Stoicism teaches us to be aware of and in charge of our feelings in this situation. Seeing this kind of behavior gives us a chance to think about how we react and the deeper reasons why we find someone attractive. People's intention and effort in how they show themselves to the world, and more specifically to you, is more important than how they look. When you see someone dressed in a way that makes you look at them non-stop, it's more than just a pretty sight. It's a subtle way of flirting. They're basically mastering the art of allure without saying a word, and they're killing it. If you find yourself in a similar situation, take a moment to appreciate not only what you see, but also the thought and work that went into it. Number 7. Night and morning texts. If a woman texts you every morning and evening, it means a lot more than you might think. These texts can be easy, like, "Good morning, have a great day," or "Good night, sleep well," but how often they happen says a lot. This behavior shows love and care by letting you know she's thinking about you during the most ordinary parts of her day. Let's look at some examples from daily life. Let's say you started seeing someone and you find that no matter how the day has gone, it starts with a cheerful message from her and ends with a gentle wish for a good night. Or perhaps after a date, she texts to make sure you got home safely, or in the morning she asks if you slept well. These aren't just courteous inquiries, they are signs of genuine concern and interest in Stoicism. We are taught to observe not just what is said, but why it might be said, and what it reflects about the person's state of mind and their feelings towards us. These morning and night texts are her way of subtly saying she cares. She's interested, and you're on her mind, a sign of her wanting to maintain a connection with you beyond the times you are physically together. This is a form of flirting that's both tender and telling. It's her way of weaving her thoughts into the fabric of your everyday life, showing that she values your well-being and enjoys being a part of your routine for someone practicing Stoicism. Realizing this can help you react thoughtfully. It's a call to notice the affection being shown and think about how you can return this thoughtfulness and care in your interactions. So the next time you get a text in the morning or at night, take a moment to think about what it means. It's not just a message, it's a small sign that someone cares about you and is thinking about you during their day. These are great times to be thankful and kind, making a stronger connection that could lead to something great. Light teasing, casual teasing, is a common flirting tactic used by both men and women. However, women are often more selective about who they let into their comfort zone. When a woman teases you, whether it's playfully making fun of something you've done or jokingly challenging you, it's a sign that she feels comfortable around you. This level of comfort is her way of flirting, showing that she's open to creating a bond with you. Imagine you're spending time with someone you're interested in. If she recalls a funny and slightly embarrassing story from your past, just to spark a laugh between you, or if she playfully throws a mock punch at your arm during a conversation, these are not just random acts of play, they're her ways of showing affection and creating a shared space of intimacy and laughter. From a Stoic perspective, these actions should be seen as invitations to engage more deeply with her Stoicism. Teaches us to respond with wisdom and composure, appreciating these moments not just at face value, but as opportunities to strengthen connections. Light teasing can lead to deeper conversations. More than just having fun, it's about friendship and getting along with each other. Tease is another way for women to get and keep your attention. For example, she might suggest a crazy idea or an impossible event just to see how you react. This kind of small talk keeps the conversation going. Lively and see how funny and adaptable you are. The next time a woman teases you, don't just brush it off. Instead, see it as her way of showing that she's interested in you and at ease with you enough to let down her guard. Respond with humor and openness, letting the connection grow easily. This way of talking not only makes your time together fun, but it also sets the stage for a relationship where both comfort and affection are shared. The ninth one, the flip of hair. You've probably seen women do this before. Flip their hair back when they laugh or toss it around freely while looking at you. Women play with their hair all the time, whether it's turning it over, twirling it around her finger, or gently brushing it away from her face. These actions are not random. They're part of how she shows her interest in you. To get a better idea, let's look at some examples. Let's say you're having a casual chat at a cafe and notice that she keeps flipping her hair while looking at you. Or maybe she pulls her hair back or rearranges it over and over again while looking at you during a meeting. The things they do can tell you a lot. Body language experts say that when a woman is interested in someone, she may want to show more skin, and flipping her hair away from her face and neck is a natural way to do this. The hair flip can also be seen as a form of grooming, which is a behavior that comes from the need to present oneself in the best light possible to someone of interest. This grooming behavior isn't just about vanity, it's about sending a message. When a woman changes her hair, especially in a way that seems to emphasize her features or exposes her neck, she's often an unconscious attempt to get someone's attention. Watching these signs gives you a chance to work on your self-control and critical thinking. Figuring out why a hair flip or other similar action makes us feel a certain way can help us react more thoughtfully. It makes us look deeper and consider the meaning behind the action. Are these actions signs of real interest or just habits? This can help you understand people and relationships better. For example, if someone is twirling their hair while you're talking, stop and think about what that could mean. Paying attention to these small signs can strengthen our relationships with others, helping us stay present and connected during conversations. Number 10. Physical touch. When someone likes you, they'll often find ways to touch you. This isn't a mistake. It's an instinctive action meant to bring you closer. Bond. When a woman is interested in you, she might touch you in a subtle but clear way. This could be as simple as a light touch on the shoulder or arm during a conversation. It might seem casual, but it's usually a sign that she's at ease and wants to connect with you. For example, if you're both laughing at a joke and she lightly taps your arm or punches you in the stomach, say he's not just flirting. She's acting on deeper psychological urges. Touch is a strong way to connect with someone. It's not just touching, it's also what touching means. Oxytocin, which is often called the bonding hormone, helps people feel more trust and attachment. This hormone is very important for human bonding, whether it's between people who are dating or moms and their babies. If you're both reaching for something at the same time, she might accidentally brush against your hand, or if you're sitting down together, she might find a reason to touch your thigh or lean in closer than necessary. These actions can often say more than words, so it's important to look at these interactions with a balanced mind. Stoicism teaches us to understand and manage our responses to our emotions when someone initiates physical contact. It's natural to feel a rush of excitement or happiness, if you're interested in them too. However, Stoicism would advise us to appreciate these moments with a rational mind, understanding the intent behind the touch, without letting our emotions cloud our judgment. So next time you notice these subtle cues, take a moment to consider what they signify. If you're interested, responding with similar warmth can foster a deeper connection. If not, handling the situation with kindness and clear communication will respect both your feelings and theirs either way. Recognizing the significance of touch can lead to more meaningful and respectful interactions as we conclude our exploration. Today, we hope you found our exploration into the philosophy of Stoicism and the subtle signs a woman might be interested in, you both enlightening and useful. Remember, approaching relationships with clarity and simplicity, as we discussed today, can make understanding those around you a little easier and less stressful before you go. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thanks for watching and for your continued support. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. We're always eager to hear from you, so don't hesitate to leave a comment below with your thoughts, experiences, or even questions about today's topic. One of the best parts of our job is responding to your comments, and we love making content that connects with your life and experiences. Also, don't forget to watch the suggested video that's popping up on your screen right now. It's the perfect follow-up to what we've talked about today, and I think you'll find it very insightful. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we look forward to more interesting, thought-provoking, and motivating videos are on the way. See you in the next film.